Hello once again. So before the part 1 means we did it our background. Now I'm going to paint our box. Okay, this is our painting and this is our reference picture, right? So I'm going to do that and I'm going to paint it. Now I'm going to use my flat brush. Okay, 1-inch flat brush. So I'm going to wet it my paper, and as I always say, if you are not comfortable you can use masking fluid to save this portion, and remember you have to put water around this drawing. Okay, so now here we go. Okay, and if you are going to paint wet on wet painting, remember good lighting. So I have a good lighting in my studio, so I can see my water is, where is my water and where is my drawing and which part I have to save. So now this is the front part, the front portion, not that perspective one, the front portion I am going to paint first. So I wet the whole box with clean water. You can use a big brush if you want, or if you can use a small brush if you want, but I am going to suggest use brush number 1. Okay, so it's pretty wet. Now same, I told you how I be gonna make it dark color, and the dark color is our Aussie red gold, Persian blue and Alison Kimson, and I'm going to make my dark color. So here my dark color, I'm gonna make it. So now going to some dark color, and look at that, oh my god, look at the color, how color and water doing his work. Okay, now on this one I'm going to use my violet color which we use in this portion. So I'm going to put this color here. And you can use masking tape to save this, tape it and save this line and make it, if you are not confident to paint your color. Okay, so here we go. Okay, so I'm going to go till the end, and I'm using my dark color here, just a little bit of, not so much. And I learn and I figure out so many techniques, when I was a beginner and I'm just exploring watercolor. I use different technique, and I thought, oh, this brushes I'm going to use and this one is going to make my painting better, or this color I'm going to use and make my painting better. But I remember slowly that I need to be, find out which technique or which thing make me happy, because I need happy paintings. So that's the one day I just taking a photograph, because I like to take photograph. So that time I bought my new iPhone. you know, lot of people ask me how I do this, so that's why I'm telling a story. And what I did, I find out that I'm just taking picture, and I bought it iPhone, and then I see that there's a filter when you take a pictures, and there was a filter options in that, and I saw that there's a vivid warm, and lots of filters. And then I saw that how dull, if the landscape or portrait or anything is dull, and if I'm going to go with my iPhone and I take a photography on that one, and if I'm going to use some effect on that or some saturation, and I make a simple photograph, vibrant and fresh photograph, and I did it. So I started with the photograph, and then I go back with my painting, and that I was click that kind of painting, that kind of thing I have to paint. So this is my story when I figure out which kind of technique which kind of style I need in my paint. So now I'm going to use my yellow color, and my yellow color is Indian yellow. Okay, so here we go, or Orleum. If you couldn't find Orleum, because I'm going to recommend Holbein or Orleum is very best, but if you can't find it your local store or anything, so you can go with Indian yellow. Okay, so this is my yellow color. I'm just putting it, and I'm going to pick some blue here. So it's going to be greenish. So now this is my okay. So now I need that combination allowed. So I'm going to use my blue color. I'm going to put this portion here. So you can see that how I'm rounding a colors. If I put violet here, then I put violet here, and I put yellow here, then I put yellow here, here. That's of kind of when someone see in your painting, this kind of thing you need. So now I'm going to clean this and soften this part. Oh God, look at that! I made an accident. It's okay. Leave it. So there it is, and look at the color is going on up and down. So I'm going to use some of my yellow and put some of this portion. Okay, and if you wanted to save this one, I'm going to tell you that how you can without. So just take your masking tape and tape it that one also, so you can save that one if you want, but I think I don't want it, so I'm not going. Well, I'm going to show you. This is my tape. I took it, and I'm going to save this line. Look, I'm going to do that. I'm going to paint this portion, the middle one. So I need to save this light here. So I'm going to tape on this one, and look at that. Okay, so I have a very fine line, and I have to save. Now I have to freedom to paint this one. I can do on this portion also, but this is wet, so I don't want to do that. I just wanted to show you. So now I'm going to use my brush number 6. Okay, so the same dark color, I'm going to make a very bundle of dark color in my palette. So my Aussie red gold, and I made a dark color also with Aussie red gold and Alizem Crimson and Persian blue, which already I am using on this painting. So you can see that how with the 4 or 5 color we can make the different combination, different vibrant thing on that. So now I am going to paint around this where she is sitting, this one portion. So I am going to paint on that one, and this is, you can call my detail work. I can say that this kind of detail work I use my painting, not so much. I am going to suggest you, if you are beginner, or if you make art because of you need to be some relaxation, some happiness, or something you wanted to learn, try to paint little less, um, you know, little less hard or difficult painting. Choose a little less hard difficult subject. When I was a beginner, sorry, then I always choose a very hard subjects. Then this is very, you know, hard to make on my, like, and I messed up so much, but okay, I learned from my mistake, and that's why I wanted to tell you if you are watching my video. So this is my dark color, okay, and look at that, it's give me a, the masking tape is give me a, you know, freedom to, I can make it, but you can do that one both portion, and you can make a drawing fine line if you are not comfortable with that, which I do earlier in my painting. So this is, you don't have to use a masking fluid. So here we go. So I'm going to come till the end, make it line my, say something like that. There we go. So wow, now this is my darker color, and I'm going to use a perspective brush style. Before I am going to paint painting like that, now I need something of perspective, so I am going to draw brush like that. So this is you going to be perspective thing, okay, look at that, wow. Now voila, okay, so just put little dark color here also, and just a bit of here. Okay, some of here like that. I'm going to my background, this dark color with this dark color, okay. And try always go first with light color, okay, don't go the dark color if you are not comfortable. I'm going to soften this portion a bit of, okay, I think I'm done. So now I'm going to remove this tape, and I'm going to tape on this one portion, because I need, this is not a white, only this portion is white. So I'm going to tape the same painting here, and I'm going to use some of my yellow, and if it's not dry, don't use it, remember you are going to picking this here dark color. Mine is going dry, so I'm going to just put, look at that, this is I'm talking about, so you don't need that one, okay. So same, I'm going to just wet this portion with this perspective, I told you perspective brush style. So I'm going to use some of my red color and some of my yellow color, and I'm going to put this, because this is not a white, okay, we don't, if it's not a white, you don't leave like a white. So just softening this, so the color already coming out because I'm just softening that part, so I don't have to put color on this one. So look at that, this portion is not white and not the colorful, so look at that, you can make your light color like that. So here we go, okay, I'm just softening this because I don't want a hard line on my painting. So here we go. Now we did it. Now I am going to make this, our box is complete. Okay, so now we are going to paint this her shoes. Okay, her shoes, this portion. First we are going to paint shadow, and we are going to paint shadow. So obviously you can see the, if original picture, you can see that orange and reddish color is there. Okay, so I made this kind of combination on that. If you want make a this kind of combination, you can make it, but we are going to make whichever you like. Okay, so now I'm going to use my brush number 6. I'm already using it, so I'm going to use my orange color, or you can make your orange color your own. So what I'm going to make my orange color, I'm just cleaning my palette, and I'm going to let you that how I'm going to make it orange color. So there's my yellow color here. I'm going to use my some of red color, and this is, voila, I make this orange color, right? So here we go. I'm going to use this shadow of that, like that. I put some orange here, and now I'm going to use my yellow color. I'm going to soften with yellow, just more yellow here. Okay, some of my orange again, just some of, put some cadmium red if you want. Yeah, this is now same. I'm going to use my orange color on this shoes, different shoes here, the another shoe, sorry, not the different shoes. So here we go, some of yellow, cleaning my brush, some of my color here, and I think I didn't make a light, so I'm going to just remove this, right? Okay, so now I'm going to paint this middle part here. So I'm going to use some of my yellow here, and I'm going to put some yellow color here in this portion. Okay, some of my cadmium yellow, sorry, cadmium red. Okay, there it is. Now I'm using some of my blue, Persian blue. I'm going to make this, you know, because I need you know how my color is going, all these things. So this is my shoes, and this is the middle part. This is shoes, and this is the middle part of our shoes portion. So this is that one. Okay, so now before we are going to paint our legs or these shoes, what I'm going to do, because I already have a dark color in my palette, so I'm going to make this portion a little dark. So what I'm going to use, I'm going to make my dark color if I don't have a pretty wet dark color in my palette. And you can use a small brush if you want, but I'm going to use the same brush, so it's okay. There we go. Enough dark. Yeah. So here we go. Pretty cold, right? So here is that my dark color is going on, and I think I need more Aussie red gold because it's looking a bluish, and I need a reddish, so I'm going to put Aussie red gold. Okay, now what we are going to do, so here we go. This is my, just I'm going to use this light line, and look at that, what I'm going to do. Just look at me, simply I'm just simplifying this portion. I don't need a hard line, that's why I'm doing like that. Some of light, some of dark, that's I'm doing it. So, and this is here we go. Now this is a good thing to paint like that. Okay, good. I think I'm going to make line some of using dark color in this leg also. Yeah. Just soften this one with clean water, and same I'm going to soften this portion here also, because I don't want some hard line. It's very important, you don't need a hard line. Now I'm going to use my brush number 2 or 4, I think 4. So now I'm going to use my cadmium yellow, and I'm making her shoes lace. So this is my her shoes lace. I'm just putting a full pigment cadmium yellow in the portion of this one, okay, upper one, and the little bit of lower one, and I'm going to wait on this one, and I'm going to use the same portion on this one. So making a shoes like that. Okay, and now I'm going to soften this one. Pick some color here, just a bit of, soften this one also. Okay, now I'm going to use some of my yellow here, and I'm going to soften this one also, and just soft with clean water, and I pick some color, orange and red, and red and yellow, and make orange on this front portion, this orange, or you can use orange if you want, that if you are not making orange what you like, so you can do that one also. Now I'm going to use my cadmium yellow, and I'm going to full of this belt portion here. So here we go, this is my belt, and I'm going to make a belt here, and I'm going to make upper part in this belt, and I'm going to soften this. I think I'm going to use some of red color here also. There we go. Yeah. Okay. Now same cadmium yellow and this portion of belt. Okay, and this one here. And some of cadmium red too on this one, the shoes. So now I'm going to use my yellow color here on this one because we need some orangish. That's why. Okay. So I'm going to soften with that red color. Sorry, yellow color. And this one is going to be softened with the yellow color also. Soften with this part. And this is a portion, so I'm going to use some of dark and yellow here. Sorry, dark color I think. And you can use some of blue if you are not satisfied this. This bottom of shoes. This is her bottom of shoes. Okay, remember it. I think I need some soften this line here because it's looking very harsh line and I don't want it. So that's why I'm going to soften this one also. Yeah. Okay, this is a fun part. This is the complete. This one is complete. Okay, everything is looking good. So now just put some of yellow color and some of red color here also. So just soften this one. Yeah. Okay. And I think this portion is also belt, so I'm going to make this one belt. Right. So now we are going to complete this shoes and everything, and now I'm going to paint her leg. So I'm going to use my reference picture here. So this is pretty what I'm going to say. I think I am going to make some of my drawing work here. So this is my leg. Like that. Okay. So I'm going to paint like that. So this is a background. So I'm going to paint my background here. So that's why you need a very good drawing. Remember it. Okay. So this is a very important part. Drawing is very, very, very important in your drawing. And there's just so many technique you can use your drawing good. You know, there's a grid technique. There is what I say, projector technique. If you like to use a projector, there's a light box technique. If you are not make a big painting, you can use a dark box in your light box in your painting, and I'm going to make this dark portion like that. So this is my dark, and now you can see. So you can paint with the light box, or you can paint with your own self if you are very confident about your drawing and everything. So, but you need a good drawing. You need, if you are going to detail work, you need it. If you are going to be wet and wet, you also need a good drawing. You have to see where you are going to put light color, or where you are going to put dark color, or where you need a yellow color and everything. So now in this portion, I'm going to use my cadmium yellow and little bit of my Aussie red gold, and I'm going to mix this both color and touch of yellow color, and no, I'm going to put my, this is the color I need it, so I'm going to put some this color here. Okay, and I'm going to soften this part. This is the very important. Okay, and some of my yellow color, I'm going to use it, and this need to be soften. This is very important here. So I just soften this portion, and I'm going to put this color, same color here. I didn't make any color because I don't want to make it, because already I have a brush full with color, so I'm not going to use it. I'll just take this color also here. And soften this also, quickly soften it, because this is a light color layer and it's going to be dry very quickly. So remember it, you don't have to make a hard line in your palette. So soften this one. Pick some color on this portion. Okay, and I think I need some reddish orangish color on this portion also. So I'm going to use some of my orange color like that. I'm going to use my cadmium yellow on this portion. So I'm not going to be, yeah. Yep, this is now I am talking about. Some of cadmium yellow I'm going to put on the background also, this portion. This is also perspective brush style. I did it. Now I'm going to paint this slag. So remember it, this is a pretty dark color here. I'm going to put, now we are going to draw this leg, not his thigh, her thigh. We are going to paint this leg only. So I'm going to wet it. This is wet on wet technique. So I'm going to wet this one, this portion, and save her dress. And remember, if you are not comfortable with this, you can masking fluid or tape it, whatever you like, but just save. So I'm going to wet this paper, full his slag hair portion, and this is her hand. Now I'm painting around the leg and hand and his thigh, her thigh, sorry. So now I'm going to use my Alizem Kimson and yellow color here, and because it's dark, so obviously need a dark color. So this is the touch of our dark color on this color mixing. Now I'm cleaning my brush and I'm going to make my light color. And I'm going to put the color on, my light color here. I'm going to just put in the middle portion. And I'm going to soften this part because this is a light one and I don't need a hard line on that one, right? We don't need a hard line in our painting. And you need to paint this one here. Now I'm going to paint her thighs, so I'm going to wet this portion under her dress. Some of my same color I'm using. My Aussie red, gold and yellow and Alizem Kimson. I'm using that same color which I use it already. Now I'm going to save the middle part here because I don't want a color on middle part. Soften this one, okay. Now I'm painting this leg portion, the same thing. Soften this one very nicely. This is a tissue use, you know. You are saying that why is her hand always with one brush and one with a tissue? This is the tissue. We need it all the time, that's why. Okay, so this is complete now. Need to soften this one also. So I think we need to be wait. Okay, so I need to be going to say need to be dry this first, and then we are going to paint her dress, to full her hands and her hair in last video. And this is our second video, and we are going to paint our last video in the end because we have to go up on this part. So till then, thank you very much and bye bye.